Anthropic just admitted it is the last major AI lab without its own chips and is now hiring engineers at up to $485,000 to design them. Underneath that headline, Google funds Anthropic, and Anthropic spends billions leasing Google's own chips. Let's untangle what's confirmed, what's reported, and what's still rumor. Verified August 5th, Business Insider. Anthropic confirmed it is building an in-house silicon team to design custom chips for Claude. The job asks for engineers who personally shipped a real chip design, comfortable making big calls without a large team behind them. Pay is $320,000 to $485,000, well above software bands. No ship date, no named lead, no team size, and it will complement what Anthropic already runs on AWS, Google, Nvidia, and AMD. That is confirmed. Everything after gets shakier. Verified quietly signed a $10 billion cloud compute deal with Volta Infra, 6 years. Bloomberg broke August 4th, TechCrunch confirmed. Volta and partner Bitdeer building a dedicated 133 megawatt data center in Norway powered by Nvidia Vera Rubin systems. Back in June, Apollo and Blackstone finalized a $35 billion debt package to fund Google custom TPUs for Anthropic to lease. Anthropic isn't buying, renting, keeping spend off books as lease. 2 months later, August 4th, Bloomberg reported Blackstone pitching a second package around $36 billion, again tied to Google chips. Size, structure, even lead bank unsettled, so tag as reported and unsettled, not money in bank. Verified. Anthropic also announced partnership with Millennium Management, hedge fund running over $92 billion across 340 teams, co-developing digital risk analyst. Anthropic engineers sit inside Millennium teams using Claude to explain daily risk changes. Human judgment stays center. The circular financing question. Google equity into Anthropic. Anthropic commits tens of billions to lease Google's own chips via Apollo and Blackstone. Critics say it blurs investor and vendor quietly funding own sales. The real worry, if Claude revenue slows, Anthropic still owes on leases sized for a much bigger company. And reportedly Anthropic is in talks to buy Decard for about $6 billion, pure rumor, world model efficiency software to help existing chips go further. The bottleneck isn't money. Verified context. Nvidia alone controls around 60% of CoWoS packaging capacity. That process stacks chips and memory and is fully booked. HBM, every accelerator needs, is effectively sold out for the rest of year. Next generation still ramping. Earliest open slots on TSMC, most advanced node booked to 2028. Physical capacity problem. Line takes years to build, equipment from handful suppliers with waiting lists. When a lab announces billions, it's really announcing a place in line. Verified. Google runs Ironwood generation packing 192 GB high bandwidth memory. Amazon Trainium 3 on 3 nanometer with 144 GB. Microsoft Maya 200 on same node with 216 GB. OpenAI, reportedly with Broadcom on inference chip and Meta pushing MTIA. Everyone shares limitation. You can only run them inside Maker's own cloud. Nvidia B300 pushes 288 GB and 8 terabytes per second, and you can rent anywhere. Anthropic stuck between locking into ecosystem or renting Nvidia with worst allocation queue. Building its own is only long-term way out, and in 2026 that means design in-house, hand physical implementation to Broadcom or Marvel. Inference is where volume lives and Anthropic costs exploding. Custom silicon takes 18 months to 3 years. Realistic inference chip landing around 2028. Until then, Volta and Blackstone keep lights on. Confirmed. Silicon team real. Volta deal real. Closed 35B package real. Millennium partnership real. Reported but unsettled. Second debt package where lead bank in flux. Furthest out, Decard acquisition could evaporate. Watch 3 signals. Named leader, design partner in earnings call, foundry allocation at TSMC. For you, near-term win isn't smarter model, it's fewer capacity errors and longer agent runs. Risk is real debt with real payments sized assuming steep growth.